Temu is infamously one of the most well-known shopping companies out there. But what is really with Temu? I'm going to be discussing something that I believe about Temu, whether it be wrong, whether it be right. I will not be saying anything too controversial here, because I don't want to get a lawsuit after me. Temu is well known to be an online shopping company, like Amazon, eBay, and many others. But there's something not right with Temu. I'm not talking about anything spooky or anything. Temu might be a scam, but who are they scamming? That is what I'm going to be talking about today. Temu, whether you like it or not, is a very well-known shopping company which I've mentioned twice in this video already. But why am I talking about them? Because they seem to have an endless supply of money. What I mean is, Temu is selling dirt cheap items for dirt cheap, exactly that. But when you compare them to other products, they're extremely off the mark. Most products you think about when you think of Temu is lingerie and other various clothes. But how often do you think of expensive clothes when you think of Temu? Not often. Have you compared the retail prices yet? Temu sells items for absolute dirt cheap, even though their actual prices are very expensive. Think about it this way. Temu spends, say, $50 making a plush teddy bear. They sell it for $5. They are losing $45. This doesn't make it a profit, this makes this a loss transaction. Now, why am I talking about this? Because Temu is a scam. Are they scamming themselves? Are they scamming the customer? I don't know yet. What I do know is that Temu is very, very shady. And I may have a theory that they are scamming the customer. Do you know what a bot is? A bot. You know. You know what a bot is. YouTube has them, TikTok has them, Twitter has them, Roblox has them, Fortnite has them. Pretty much everything has bots. Whether it be to boost a video, a channel, or an entire social media page. Bots, whether you like it or not, exist and are very not good for the internet. And I think Temu has bots. Not bots made by other people, but by Temu themselves. Have you noticed that Temu seems like a shady, cheap company, and you thought it was a scam when seeing ads for it? That's exactly what Temu thinks. They think that people won't actually buy into their products because others think that they're a scam. That's why I hypothesize, I theorize, and I predict that Temu has bots leaving reviews. I'm not talking about Google Play bots. I'm talking about bots in Temu's own website or app. In case you didn't know, if you clicked on a product on Temu, it would give you an overview of the product, what colors you can get it in, everything else about it. But there's also reviews. And from what I've seen on there, the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. And I really mean overwhelmingly. It's weird how positive these are for products such as what Temu is selling. But why is this a problem? Because, like I said, these might be bots. Because I've seen a review that says something about a mask that I was looking at. It says that the material is really good and it fits the person's face very well. If the material is good, that means that the mask, the material, has to be expensive. But it was being sold for single digits. How is that? And what if Temu is, botting reviews? That doesn't give them money. It doesn't give them 10 cents every 5-star review. It doesn't give them anything. But you'd be wrong if you thought that. It gives them customers. Because people, they usually look at reviews for advice. You know, you look at a product, you want to know if it's legit or not, so you look at the reviews. That is what people do when looking at Temu products. And they look at them, they see 5 stars, good material, fits my face very well, specifically for masks. And then the customer thinks, oh, well, this must be a good product. So then they buy the product. But that still doesn't explain how Temu seems to have an infinite source of money. And something I haven't spoken about yet, Temu gives away so many coupons, it's actually ridiculous. They're giving out free things at this point. Sure, they come with some exchanges. Like, spend $55 and then you get 3 free things. Which is cool, and not too bad if you think about it. But it's still... they're still losing. It's still a lost transaction. I don't know how to explain this Temu loss and profit transaction thing, because I just don't know. It could be another honey scam. I don't know. Because with Temu, it seems that they have an infinite supply of money. And I can't explain why. They're not getting anything from botted reviews. The only way they can get money is through advertisements and their products. You might have just heard me then. I said advertisements. But it's not like advertisements give you thousands of dollars every second that your company's on the screen. It gives you the bare minimum. And whatever website you're putting these advertisements on, that website also gets a chunk of the profit. YouTube has a 70-30 split structure, where you get 70% of the profit, but YouTube gets 30%. A little while ago, Twitch did this, but then they went on to a different policy, and now it just sucks, so no one really wants to do Twitch anymore. But there's still a split. Temu naturally would also have a split. So then they lose money again. It just doesn't make sense. Temu sells for dirt cheap, but how do they get the products? I have a theory. Plagiarism. I know. It's really out there. It's very out there. It's not a good accusation. But when you think about it, it might be right. Because a lot of other companies do this too. What do I mean by plagiarism? The company takes another company's product and sells it as their own for cheap. But then that doesn't explain, because they're still buying the product. They can't just steal from another company, can they? Maybe they are. Maybe they do steal. But I don't have enough proof to back that up. So, is Temu scamming people? In my opinion, I think they're scamming themselves. Because if they're selling, for example, I found a Xenomorph action figure for $12. If you look that up on Hot Toys, if you don't know what Hot Toys are, they're a really popular action figure company. If you don't know them, then you clearly are living under a rock. Everyone knows about Hot Toys by now. I found a $12 Xenomorph action figure. You look at that on Hot Toys, and it's probably like $600. No, on Temu, it's $12. Another action figure I found was the Terminator. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, get to the chopper, that guy. Yeah. It had about 20 different accessories, but was sold for $55. Included, but not limited to, 10 different hand options. At least I saw 10. I'm not too sure though. Multiple guns, a bag to put stuff in, a display base, which albeit not that big, but it had what the popular ones call a crotch grabber, where it holds up the figure. Now, I don't know. Maybe Temu is scamming. Maybe they're not. I just wanted to point this out, because if this is another honey scam, It is going to break the internet. I know that for a fact. Honey broke the internet. Honey got so many sponsors, but yeah, they were scamming. And I think Temu may be running the same scam. The exact same scam that Honey did. I don't have proof of this, I just have theories. So, take this information with a grain of salt. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, let me know if you want me to do more commentary videos, because I do it often. I talk to myself a lot, so I really want to get these thoughts out. Let me know if you want to see more commentary. Like, subscribe, and hopefully Temu isn't a scam, because this would be a pretty big scam if it was. I could end the video here with you clicking off and thinking, huh, what an absolute crazy lunatic this guy is. I'm not a lunatic. I'm not crazy. But I am a little uneasy about something. My older brother's fiance, she orders off Temu all the time. Not like things like... I can't really think of an example of things, so yeah. She just buys stuff off Temu. She's bought a lot of stuff off Temu, but she's had no complaints. She hasn't gotten scammed once. So is my bot theory wrong? I don't want to say it's not, because it is highly possible. I'm just uncertain. Because Temu has all these positive things about it. Cheap items. Dirt cheap, I'm willing to say. But it just doesn't make sense. Because they're selling these items for so cheap, but they can't make a profit out of that. They have to. They absolutely 100% have to be at a loss here. I just can't prove it. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to say that, yeah, my older brother's fiance does buy off Temu a lot, and she has no complaints about it. So it is very weird. I don't really know if Temu is a scam, so take this with a grain of salt, as I've said. But, yeah. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you want me to do more commentary videos, because I am very open to do that. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about. A lot of drama, too. So, that's it. Is Temu a scam? I don't know. Let me know your opinions in the comments.